Well, all right, welcome back for another beer tasting. I'm Kevin with CrafTeeBeer. I found a beer that I want to try, and it just wouldn't be fair if I didn't share that with you. And so what do we have for today's beer tasting experience? We've got a NEIPA, a New England Style IPA, or as some people describe this beer as a DDH, double dry hopped IPA. So this NEIPA or IPA or double dry hopped IPA is the Mangofeber from Brewski. A little bit confusing at first. I bought this locally and the can says Brewski, but it says brewed and canned by the Tampa Bay Brewing Company. So I'm assuming that it's either a collaboration or the Tampa Bay Brewery brews this beer for the Brewski Brewery, which is out of Sweden, for distribution in the US maybe. A little confusing. Found listings of this beer with the same artwork, both Tampa Bay and Brewski in Sweden. So there has to be some tie because it's the same artwork, so it's the same beer. But this one says Brewski on it and says brewed in Tampa. So it's the Mangofeber. Feber in Swedish means fever, so Mangofeber. And if it's a New England style IPA or a double dry hopped IPA, we know we're getting a fruity, hazy, bitter, hop prominent beer. The New England style IPA, as I mentioned in other videos, it was recognized as an official style this year in 2018. So New England style IPA, citrus, tropical fruit, stone fruit, hoppy, bitter, hazy style. This is saying mango. I think we're going to get a lot of mango, that apricot mango flavor. So the Mangofeber, whether you want to call it a New England style IPA, double IPA, or the double dry hopped IPA, which just means twice as much hops were added after the boil in the later stages. The can is a mango with a thermometer in it, so the Mangofeber playing on that. Yeah, it's 6.5% ABV. Some kind of IPA. Let's get this in the glass and see what this beer tasting has in store for us. I can smell tropical fruit already from just pouring it, so it's definitely going to be the mango fruit flavors for sure. A little bit darker than grapefruit juice, a little bit more yellow golden color, really nice looking white head, great carbonation going on, pretty hazy. You know, for some people referred to this, at least the version that was brewed here, as a New England style IPA. Maybe not quite as complete hazy, but it's hazy. You're not seeing much through it. But dark golden color, couple fingers of a white head, again creamy top. Bubbles are pretty large in this head. It's not a very condensed head. It's a pretty fluffy white head. Big bubbles in there. Well, all right. And there, it's hazy, but there could be a little bit of particulate floating around in there. It looks like there's something in there, not much, but there's something. A little hard to see because it's so hazy. Another good-looking beer.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's see what this smells like. Get a nose on this. Mango. It's definitely mango. They call it mango. It's mango. Mango, a little bit of grapefruit, maybe a little bit of lemon in there, but it's mango, grapefruit, and maybe a little something else dancing around on the outside, but they got the mango for sure. Yeah, lemon and mango grapefruit mixture going on, with mango being the leader of the band. All right, let's give this a little bit of a try here and see what we have for beer tasting experience. Cheers. All right, interesting. The flavor's not completely the nose. The nose was pretty like sweet mango, orange, grapefruit. And the flavor starts out muted. You start out thinking like, oh, it's not going to be very flavorful. It starts out like there's this beer coming in, but where's the flavor? And it sneaks in, and then the mango shows up, but it's not quite as sweet of a mango as you'd think. It's mango tropical, but not a lot of sweetness, and that's because that bitter hopness is overtaking the mango, jumping over it before it heads out the back. So it's been ambushed by the bitterness.
It's an ambush. They were just fucking waiting for us here.
But it's mango, but by the time you start to get the sweetness, the bitter hops have like ambushed it, completely take over, and they throw that bitterness. And it's not a crazy drying, scorch your throat, astringent bitter, but it's bitter. Yeah, the bitter coats the whole inside of your mouth. It's a pretty medium bodied. It's got a tacky, bitter mouthfeel left behind, and the mango's just in the middle, marching through, keeping its head down, but it's there. So the way the flavors play out, you could call it complex because they do a lot of different things. You know, they play different roles, show up at different times. The bitterness, like a lot of beers, it's building. It's as I drink more of it, it's lasting in the back of my throat. So I would say it's pretty much what you probably should have expected on the description for a mango double dry hopped IPA. Let's go see what people think about this online.
Go online. It's all on the internet.
Okay, the Mangofeber double IPA, as far as it's listed on Beer Advocate. Again, Brewski is a brewery in Sweden. Even though it's listed as a Swedish brewery, it still says it's a New England IPA style. They give it a 4.18 rating out of 5. There's only 50 ratings. Always a small rating sampling on Beer Advocate for a lot of these foreign beers. That's cool. So it's 4.18. Mangofeber double IPA from Brewski. Let's go see what Untapd has. Over on Untapd, a little bit of the same confusion. There's two listings. One for the Mangofeber double IPA listed under the Brewski Brewery from Sweden, which has a 3.82 rating. It says 8% ABV, 75 IBU. It's got 23,128 ratings, which is a pretty good sample size there. So obviously popular, widely distributed. But there's also a rating for the same beer under the Tampa Bay Brewing version.
Different yet the same.
So the same beer, but listed under the Tampa Bay Brewing Company, which must be their version of it, brewed here for Brewski, has a 3.88 rating, 6.5% ABV, and there's no IBU listed. So the same beer brewed in two different breweries, I guess. All right, let's go check this in.
He's going to do it.
Another one checked in. I gave the Mangofeber double dry hopped NEPA a 4-star rating on Untapd. I described it as mango grapefruit, but not too sweet because the hops take over the show and stick around, which that's exactly how the flavor played out for me. Good body, some bitter, sticky mouthfeel. I gave it the flavor profile of mango, hoppy, bitter, and aromatic. It had a great smell while I was even pouring it. So yep, great to the style. Love mango, love tropical fruit. This is got some bitter hops, so the double dry hopped was there. I think it's well done. Mangofeber. If you like a NEPA or a double IPA, hit the like button. If you've had this, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Social media links are in the description. Find me on Untapd. It's CrafTeeBeer. If you want to hit the subscribe button, that would be awesome. Do all that nonsense. Anyways, I'm Kevin with CrafTeeBeer. I'm going to go find us some more beers to try. Until the next time, cheers.